What's up, guys? Welcome back to another video.
In the midst of scouring for topics to cover, I was sent an email by a person named Joshua. A link to this channel and their explanation of it states the following. After Spanish cartoons broadcasted in Mexico, there used to be a PSA showing missing people with their pictures and info on their last known whereabouts. One girl that showed up consistently was named Celine Delgado, and her only picture was of very poor quality, eerie, and her features were very vague. The actual video is in Spanish, but from what I understand, they suggest that she doesn't actually exist and was artificially made specifically to appear unsettling so people would better remember the broadcast.
What the fuck?
Interesting. The video in question was uploaded on September 2nd of this year and is titled Cinética del Patrón, Celine Delgado. Let's have a look.
Evento. Celine Delgado. Celine Delgado es un patrón de rostros artificiales. Los rostros son construidos artificialmente y simulan ser caras humanas, para generar emociones deseando generar estímulos supernormales.
What the hell?
Alright, it seems bizarre, but they're onto something. At the beginning of the video, Floresita seems to assert the hypothesis that the face of a woman named Celine Delgado, quote, kinetically fits non-human, AI-generated faces using the constant tau. They go forth to explain the uncanny valley and how facial reconstructions cause uneasiness in those that encounter them. Following this, they superimpose various faces with the resulting images off to the right, and among these, Celine's face is shown mashed up with various others. They display a few examples that are, admittedly, eerie, and ultimately argue that the identity of this Celine Delgado is, as Joshua stated, artificial. Now, this is a lot to unpack, but considering that it's something that we haven't looked into prior, I found it worth considering. So, who is Celine Delgado, and how did she become wrapped up in this eerie shroud of urban legend? Throughout the 1990s, there was a TV segment run on Channel 5 in Mexico named Servicio de la Comunidad, or Channel 5 Community Service. As Joshua stated, it was a TV spot that ran between children's cartoons in hopes of spreading the word about various missing persons. The segments, contrary to what we're going to discuss later tonight, actually contain voiceovers giving various details and last locations of missing persons, and at first glance, these are mostly tame. When you really look into it though, the eerie nature of these TV spots stems from when you consider how Channel 5 handled the case of just one person, Celine Delgado. Over the years, her face would reportedly pop up in nearly every Servicio de la Comunidad segment, utilizing this exact same low-quality photo. There were times where they give a bit of background info about her, like the fact that she went missing on April 22nd and was just 18 years old.
Celine Delgado López, de 18 años, se extravió el 22 de abril en la delegación Álvaro Obregón.
What the hell?
But what cemented her case into the minds of thousands of people came nearly 30 years later.
Time for lunch, munch, munch. Time for a munch, crunch, crunch.
It goes without saying that the videos you're currently viewing are very obviously works of fiction.
Jesus Christ.
They were part of a
the hell you
stunt
had me
pulled by
watching for a
Channel
second?
5 on their official Twitter page throughout 2019 and 2020. During this time, they were known to upload obscure, eerie videos to their account, only to delete them just hours later. It was an antic that ultimately catalyzed their rise to the Twitter trending page on numerous occasions, and also drives home the point that this real-world TV channel is not above messing with you. In the midst of these posts, though, came one that involved a familiar name. This one. Posted after midnight on the 20th of February 2020, we can clearly make out the name Celine.
Oh shit, I see
Given
it.
that she was what many presumed to be an actual missing person that was constantly broadcasted on a kids channel over the span of years, it gave birth to a new sort of urban legend that the Floresita Dreams channel was entertaining. The hypothesis that this person is potentially not real. The major argument stems from her missing photo. Many have stated online that it appears common, basic, and fake. This, combined with the lack of any online record that has ever been found about her, has led to a breeding ground of online hearsay, creepypastas, and hoax videos to command the conversation about her.
Fuck, when they put it on their national channel? I thought people submitted the people.
Now, when I stumbled upon this video in my research, I, among many others, had initially assumed that this footage was real. Keeping in mind the other hoaxes and pranks that Channel 5 has played on its viewers, combined with the unconventional nature of these broadcasts being played on a kids channel, I didn't doubt that they'd pull a prank like this to make her name stick with you. Ultimately though, as is the case with many works of media online, this too was a hoax.
Why the fuck
But
would they do that
that
shit?
doesn't discount the weirdness of this story. The way that Channel 5 has and is handling her name makes it seem like she's nothing but a tall tale. And unfortunately, given the nature of the internet, many have run with this notion. Regarding the real case of Celine Delgado, unfortunately nothing has ever come of it. She has, as far as anyone knows, never been found, and her case has sat that way for decades. Personally, I think Celine Delgado, contrary to the rumors online, is indeed a real person. The argument presented about her having a fake face just doesn't seem plausible. Her image is low quality because it was the 90s. Her record likely did exist, but was never digitized. The uncanniness of this image would be exponentially higher if this actually were fake. And it just doesn't make sense for a channel to slip a random fake person in their broadcast that would most likely never have been noticed back then. To me, Celine Delgado was a real person with a story that likely never received any sort of closure, and a person that is now forever wrapped up in the realm of urban legend.
Why would the fucking channel do that shit?
But of course, that's just my conjecture.
This is WMAQ-TV, Channel 5,
Ocean
NBC
5.
Television in Chicago.
Don't trust Channel 5.
We now leave the air and wish you a pleasant good morning.
What the fuck?
It's a
is
rarity
going on?
that something as simple as a missing notice can fill me with such uneasiness. And I think it's because this TV spot is so obscure. This image is incredibly low quality, and there's effectively nothing to complement it. No height, weight, or age. No information about where they were last seen. No family contacts. No investigative progress reports. No voiceover to fill you in. Absolutely nothing.
God damn.
This just exists as a late-night post-broadcast info screen shown at a time when most viewers likely directed their attention elsewhere. All we're left with is the name Joanna Lopez, a poorly lit photo of her face, and a now defunct phone number that's been found to lead to the youth division of the Chicago Police Department. Something about the way this was presented just seems off. And considering the current online discourse about it, I'm not alone in feeling this way.
Who's supposed to find her with that fucking picture for real?
You're watching
It's
NBC
always
5,
fucking Channel
Chicago.
5, bro.
That is very difficult.
Two years later, in 1991, WMAQ would once again wrap up their nightly broadcast. In a strikingly similar and almost random fashion, Joanna's missing notice would be played once more.
She got glasses? Like, that photo is fucking creepy, bro.
Considering the blink and you'll miss it nature of the notice this time, it too fell on deaf ears. There was, again, no supporting info about her, no updates that might have cropped up in the prior 2 years, still no age, height, weight, nothing. Just this obscure photo with the word missing plastered on top of it. Given how long it was since the last update, combined with the implied lack of any progress in the search, it was beginning to seem that the chances of finding Joanna were dwindling as the days went by. And to
Why is
date,
Channel 5 always doing
not
that
a
crazy
single
shit?
other update had ever come of this. Joanna Lopez has presumably never been found.
And then discussions about Yana was scattered around the internet. It seemed that her case sparked interest in various places online, however, it was never quite enough for mainstream attention until this year.
In late 2020 and into 2021, Joanna's mysterious missing notice would finally be shared to Reddit. 2 posts are known to have spearheaded the conversation, one by a Luke Inspire and another by a Chris Polygon. While Luke Inspires came first, I wanted to focus on Chris's as this one prompted the most discussion. Simply titled, The Very Obscure Disappearance of Joanna Lopez. Their post in Unresolved Mysteries outlines most of what we've already touched on so far. They go forth to claim that they have looked through various missing persons resources, however have found absolutely no information about her. Considering this is a subreddit devoted to discussing the unsolved, others quickly chimed in with theories on what they think might have happened. I think she was a runaway and was found pretty quick. Maybe she ran away again in 1991 and they used the same picture. 1989 and 1991 are not that far apart, and if she was in foster care, I doubt they had up-to-date pictures of her. Such a strange case. Wow, this one is strange. I found the number listed here as the Youth Division of the Chicago Police Department. So on the face of it, the number is in fact legit. I don't have the guts to call it, but it's there. Sounds like she escaped some kind of juvenile detention or probation. If it weren't for the reappearance of the photo 2 years later, I'd be inclined to believe that's exactly what happened. But then she was found and returned with her case never having a chance to escalate to federal involvement. The fact that it aired again in 1991, however, makes me think she was never found. And in the pre-internet days, her case simply slipped through the
What
cracks.
the fuck is going on?
I hope I'm wrong. Throughout all of these, though, one comment stood out among the others. Posted by a proud evening star. They claim the following. Came across this post late last night and it creeped me out so much that I couldn't sleep for a while. It really is so sad to think that a person can slip through the cracks like that and seemingly vanish altogether. I've been scouring the Doe network for unidentified Jane Does in and around the Chicago area all morning, and the only possible case I could find is from 1994, here. I really hope we can find closure on this. My heart breaks for her.
What is it?
Interesting. Heading to that link presents us with a Jane Doe, 276 UFIL. She was found deceased in an alleyway, naked from the waist down. It goes without saying that our working evidence is tenuous. However, lining up this photo with that of Joanna Lopez, while considering the time and location in which she was found, postulating that this woman is Joanna isn't out of the realm of possibility. I've done some digging on various missing persons from around the time period and have also come up short with results. There are quite a few from around Illinois. However, their dates of discovery don't quite line up with the two missing broadcasts. It seems to me that Proud Evening Star has found the most plausible visual match out of nearly all the 1990s Jane Does from the area. But even this leaves us with much to be desired.
I said that was a crazy picture, bro. Just a black female.
At the end of the day, the case of Joanna Lopez is one that is undoubtedly haunting. Barring how obscure the photo itself is, the lack of information, the visuals that accompanied the broadcast, and the fact that there is virtually no discussion or record about her ever existing aside from this brief video archive online, this case is enveloped in absolute mystery. I implore you to join the discussion in finding this girl, and if you know or remember anything about her, myself and countless others are all ears about it. In the worst case scenario, we won't get anywhere and this mystery will remain. But the best case, reaching any sort of closure, that is what I'm aiming for.
Jesus, that's crazy, bro. This YouTube channel is amazing, bro. It'll be in the description. He posts some disturbing shit. Alright, have a good one, guys. Take care.